Hey, what is up, my hot mamas and cool daddios? It's me, Master Walrus 9, back with another episode of the one and only Walrus's TCG Dailies, a show where I play Pokemon trading card game at this point. But if you have any comments for any card games or just games in general you want to see, any decks you want to see in the TCG Live, I'll be more than happy to play. Huge fan of other series. It's just right now I'm in the mood for some Pokemon. But if you want to see Magic, I'm a fan. You want to see Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's do it. You want to see Dragon Ball Super trading card game? I can figure out a way. And what I want is just to play some card games for you guys and enjoy my time streaming. I opened up the Pokemon trading card game live and realized that yes, the season's over. So, what we are going to do is we are going to take a look at the rewards we get right here. Getting 200 crystals, 500 credits, pretty solid. Dragon hoodie for the males and the females. Oh, that's it? Oh, there we go. There's the actual reward. Going coins, crystals, credits. We got a beautifully drawn Pidgeotto X. Love the art. You know, as nice and complex as art can get, I think really times when Pokemon shines is when it's super simple. Now, I will say when you do it too much, it does lose its charm. So the Pidgeotto X was a beautifully done card. 2 packs of Paradox Rift. We got Parasol Lady. We got Whismur. Absol, Zubat, Iron Bundle, fan of this funky little fellow. And we got a Sparfa. Still want to do that as Sparfa deck sometime. We got Wiglet, the Pansear, the Ambipom, Luxurious Cave. It's an interesting tool. It's got its downsides, but I think it's interesting. De-Evolution's a pretty cool TM. And Porygon Z, I'm a fan of this nice little dude. And that's it. But we're going to see what is the what's up for the December 2023 ladder. Crystals, credits, more credits. Okay. Iron Valiant seems to be the theme. We're getting a coin specifically for Iron Valiant. Makes sense. And the green Pokeball button-up shirt. I think that's a nice looking shirt, actually. Back down to Poke League. Unfortunate. But that's what happens. Attach free energy cards to your Pokemon. Put 4 Pokemon EX in play. We're going to take this one out. Retreat for free Pokemon. That's very reasonable. Because the deck I intend to play for you guys today is Mew. Breakfast. As an old meme. Breakfast of Champions. This is an old deck that consistently topped the scenes. Just because of how good it was. Now, there are threats that make it a bit less good in this time. But it's fast, it's consistent, and it's strong. Let's take a look. First, running just a copy of Drapion V. Really just for other Mew VMAXs. That's really it. If you meet up with them, this is going to help win the matchup. If you don't need to use it, you just don't use it. We got Mew EX. Genome Hapking's not terrible. But the big aspect's going to be restart. We can draw until we have 3 cards in our hand. That's not terrible. It's a nice pocket option. If we need to use Mew EX, we can use it. Plus, the free retreat cost is decent. The genome hacking is a nice move, though. We then have Mew V and Mew VMAX. The big aspect of Mew VMAX is Cross Fusion Strike. Choose one of your bench Pokemon that is a Fusion Strike Pokemon and use it as this attack. What that means is you're going to target the Genesect V, use his Technoblast after you equip with DTE, and get a quick 190 damage. Pretty good. The Genesect V is also there as your draw engine. Once during your turn, this is a soft once per turn. You may draw until you have as cards in your hand as many Fusion Strike Pokemon you have in play. So what that means is that if you have the Mew V Max, 4 Genesect V, and a Mew V, no, yeah, because it's Fusion Strike, then you have your full loaded bench. You can draw until you have 6 cards in hand. If you just have the Genesect V in play, then you can only draw 1 card in hand. Supporting is Oricorio, Lessons in Zeal. This is going to make our Fusion Strike Pokemon take 20 less damage. Not terrible. Glistening Droplets could be a nice way to finish it up, but we're not really going to use that. It's more for the defensive aspects of the ability, and I see a lot of people actually just remove the Oricorio for more consistency in its offense. Meloetta is a big aspect. Melodious Echo is going to be 70 damage times the number of Fusion Strike Pokemon attached to all of your Pokemon. So when you have the max of 4 out, you're actually going to be able to do 280 damage, which is not terrible. I finally have Max Missile, which isn't crazy, but allows you to bypass effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So yeah, you run 7 energy. You run 3 DT, 4 Fusion Strike. Now the problem is that since these are special energy, when they're out, they're out. The only real way to pull them back in is going to be with Roxanne's research. I mean, you could technically Silene. Yeah, no, you could Silene. And I'm just running some stuff to help boost the consistency. Again, stuff rotated out of D, which cards from that rotation were included when this deck was given out. I tried to keep it as close to original as possible. Got a copy of Boss's Orders, 2 copies of Counter Capture. Since we're running free prize cards, that's going to be pretty big. Elisa Sparkle's a huge hit. It allows you to ramp out 2 Fusion Strike energy to 2 of your different Pokemon, which is nice. Cram-O-Matic, because we got a lot of items in here. Escape Rope, Switch, Echoing Horn, Choice Belt, Ultra and Nest Ball, Hisuian Heavy Ball, Lost City's interesting stadium that's going to prevent opponents from recycling. Again, once it's gone for us, we don't really care since we're running such high risk with our Pokemon. We can afford to have it be banished. And Serena. So, our draw power is not crazy, but that's because it's all into Genesect V. It's a very strong engine. With that explained, let's play and have a taste of Mew, Breakfast of Champions. Honestly, if you were in TCG Live during this time, you know that this was pretty strong when that was the main thing. Okay, let's go to heads. We go first, that's pretty good. If we go second, we can manage. I'm hoping to go first. Because if they go second, that's a good sign we're playing against Roaring Moon EX. And this is going to be a super tough matchup for Roaring Moon EX. Oh, that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Albi Anta 94. Nice sleeves. Huge fan of those. We're just gonna load up Genesect, Oricorio. End turn. Well, not end turn. We haven't even started our turn. Can't really beat that. More Pekko into Roaring Moon. Yeah. Nest Ball. We might as well get set up. We'll go Mew V. Attach to Fusion Strike energy. Fusion Strike system. Get a Genesect energy up. There's another Nest Ball. Do we have another Genesect? Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to switch. Fusion Strike. Let's see what we draw. We don't need the Hisuian Heavy Ball. Really, it's just a target for the Genesect V. So, we're going to Cram-O-Matic the Hisuian Heavy Ball. Maybe we pull something cool. Yeah, we got to search out our card. They don't really run Iono. Oh, good heavens. I'm uncertain. The power tablet's going to be what allows us to get our deciding moves in on the next turn. Let's draw a Fusion Strike system. Maybe we get a decent hit. Okay. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to Ultra Ball, hit Mew V, Silene. We're going to take a VMAX Mew, put into our hand. Fusion Strike system. Power Tablet's nice. We don't need to use it this turn, but this is what Power Tablet's going to allow us to do. We got to do 30 more damage to our opponent's active Pokemon. Since we have the double Fusion Strike, in theory, if we can force out the Roaring Moon EX, which is a high possibility, it's that combo water. Interesting. We can use Power Tablet and the Fusion Strike energy in order to one-tap this Roaring Moon EX. With our Mew V using this Genesect V. So use Dark Patch. That. Does he have Sawdust Vitality? Or a second Dark Patch? Does he have any to trash? He doesn't. Okay, interesting. There's the Meloetta. We do want Meloetta on our bench, but we don't really have the room at the moment. We're just gonna run this. Power Tablet. Before we go wasting, let's see what we get. Fusion Strike system. Fusion Strike energy. We have a switch here. I don't want to dump the Silene just yet. I think the Silene could be very helpful. I want to bait out the Roaring Moon. So we're just going to end turn. We have the Power Tablet. We have the Mew VMAX. We don't have the Roaring Moon in the active slot. We need to bait it out. If he has a Stadium, he can one-tap the Genesect with no effect damage on himself. But if he doesn't, he's going to have to pull up to 200. That's going to allow us to save the Power Tablet for a time where it matters more. There's a lot of people who don't even use the Power Tablets and use it as a target for Cram-O-Matic. It does a retreat. I believe they have a... Okay, they go basic water energy. Okay. Where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? Are you gonna go for the kill? Oh, he goes for the... Okay. This worked out nice. Catcher's good, but we can't do anything with it at the moment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Silene. Hopefully get a single heads. There's one. There's two. So we want the switch. And taking a look at what I have. I don't really want to dump anything, but I need to draw with the Genesect, right? So, I think we're gonna Hisuian head. No. We're just gonna switch to make sure we get it. We're gonna Power Tablet right here. Fusion Strike system. Pull up the switch. We're gonna be able to hit for 230. For the Genesect V, draw this. Escape Rope's not bad. We can use that on our next turn. I would consider running some pennies in this deck, ultimately. But yeah, I don't need to play energy. We're already out. We're fast. We're gonna cross Fusion Strike. And we're gonna do 240. And we're gonna take that. Draw two. If he concedes, I could see that happening. Choice Belt's not really a great target for us at this moment. Fortunately, we could put it on a Pokemon just to get rid of it. Or it's a good target for something like an Ultra Ball. Places down the Squawkabilly EX. It's a bit too late on him. Retreats into Squawkabilly. Okay. He motivates. Oh, so he's building up onto the Morpeko. Interesting. He's going to be able to do some decent damage. 70, he'll do 140. But we were fast enough. We're managing. Again, we don't need to do anything. We'll attach this just to flex. We can't attack because of the move, which is why you typically want to set up 2 Mew. So we're just going to retreat, but watch this. We're going to be able to escape rope. It's going to force the Mopeko out, so now he can't attack us with that. And we're going to max Miracle. Yeah, that way we have a guaranteed attack next turn. We don't need that bonus damage. Now this would be a time to concede. And the nice thing is we're not running Iono. We're not running Iono, so we don't have to worry about the opponent getting their hand built up off of us. Four cards in hand. Tricky spot. If they don't have another Pokemon, the game's done. It's a hard call on what you want to set up for your bench. Because the 4 Genesect Vs is going to be insane draw. But really, you don't need more than 3. I should have played another Mew just to get that set up. But we're also in a riskier situation. Considering the, we're in a dark matchup and we're not well managed against that. I consider a Grass Fusion Strike, but I don't think there's any really good ones. Okay. Yeah, no need to go crazy. We're just gonna take game. 210, Technoblast. End turn. So not a double victory, because we still had one more prize card to take, but pretty happy with what we had. I think that's a great way to start off the season. You just don't see Mew VMAX. And I get it. I do get it. Mew VMAX isn't a card deck that's as oppressive as it once was. But it's still good. You saw how I was able to control. I mean, granted, they didn't get the best draws for their Roaring Moon. They didn't get the speed out that they wanted. But they were playing Roaring Moon. And they did have tools in there that would have allowed them to succeed. Yeah, we'll go first. Okay. Okay, the Mew EX is not the best to open up with, in my opinion. But, look at manage. Are they? They're playing Mew. Oh my goodness. Oh, joyous, joyous. That's hilarious. They're playing a Mew Fusion Strike. Oh, it's precious. And the best part about this is we have the Drapion V in the back. So what we're ultimately going to do is force up a situation where we take a kill with Drapion V and get free prize cards. Give him the good old thumbs up. Set up our own UV max. Oh, V. It's a hard call on what to do, but I believe we just want to start setting up Genesects. We'll set up the choice bouts, because that might matter in the late game. Set up a Fusion Strike energy. We'll cram the Counter Catcher. This is gonna be a tricky game. Yeah, no. We're gonna restart right here. Second battle VIP pass. I didn't want to reveal the surprise till now, but we're gonna have to. We can't one tap with Meloetta on most situations. The attack is 210. Yeah. We can one tap on a Mew V. We can't one tap with Meloetta. So the best situation is just to set up another Genesect V. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to Fusion Strike system. Power Tablet's pretty nice. I don't want to burn the Cram-O-Matic just yet. We're going to end turn. This was a beautiful turn 1. I really can't complain. Except for like maybe the Mew EX-ish opening, where I have only one of those in the deck. It's tough. Curious if they have their own Drapion V. Drapion V is pocketed just from UV Max. Really, it is. I honestly am considering taking out Mew EX from this deck, but I think Restart's decent enough in a situation. But the Genome hacking, I forgot that Fusion Strike energy can only be attached to Fusion Strikes. So ultimately, I think I'll take out the Mew EX. I just like the art, so I kind of just threw it in. Gets the Ultra Ball going. Feather Ball. Feather Ball is a good card for the deck because Mew V Max have no retreat cost, so it's a super easy target. Sets up another Mew V. Superb. Psychic Energy. Some do run Psychic Energy. The nice thing is that, okay, he workers. Okay. The nice thing with the Genesect V play is that if you drew a Genesect V off of that, or like a Nest Ball, something to search out the Genesect V, you can keep drawing more. It's pretty good. It's an interesting call on what I want to do right here. And I want to keep the Drapion V pocketed for now. Oh, good heavens. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to Cram-O-Matic the Power Tablet. Heads. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll take up a Mew VMAX. We really don't need to run anything else on that matter. We have 4 hits. Yes, we can draw up to 4. Nest Ball is not going to help us. See, now we need an energy, and we don't have that. We're gonna Serena. We're gonna discard all 3 cards. Not the best, but we have another Meloetta. It's possible to manage. DTE and a Fusion Strike energy is not optimal, but it's an option. And we have to take options. I should have Cram-O-Matic first, initially, but it's whatever. We're in good of enough position. Yeah. The Cram-O-Matic's nice because it discards cards you don't need. I don't need that Nest Ball anymore. Let's use a Mew EX to draw up to 3. At least the Sparkle's not bad. That's going to allow us to get Fusion Strike energy out next turn. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, we're just going to cross Fusion Strike and take a kill on the Mew V. The nice thing about the Choice Belt is that it's going to, in this specific matchup, allow for most kills. It's going to negate the energy or the damage deduction of the DTE. We're going to need a switch for the next turn. Power Tablet. UV Max, okay. In the worst case, we're just going to retreat into the Drapion V. As long as we can attach a DTE, we're in a spectacular spot. Max Miracle, yeah. 190. Yes, we need a DTE in order to get the effect, but we're just going to retreat. We'll... Good heavens, it's a tough call. I think what we need to do is we'll Ultra Ball away these 2 and just not take anything. We're thinning out the hand. We'll try for something with the Cram. Okay. Yes, that allows us to get our DTE. Sorry about that. Just got a message. We're going to Lost City. It's not going to really matter to us. We've already tossed the Silene. It's better to have it out of hand. Lost City was good for Regibox because they focus on recycling their Pokemon so much. Lost City is very impressive for that matter. It's tricky call to see what to do, but I'm gonna throw it to the Mew EX. But that's another 3 prize cards there instantly. Easy. They conceded. They had nothing they can do. They move up the Genesect. Maybe they can get another Mew, but our own Mew EX, or VMAX, is oppressive enough to take it out. The Mew EX, honestly, has not been sitting well with me. I love the art on the card. Beautiful card. It doesn't do anything for us except take up a slot. So we're going to remove it. And we're going to set up a... Oh, good heavens, it's a tough call. I think another escape rope would be beneficial. It's the switch. And let's just play one more. We're on a good streak. I'll say, personally, I was not anticipating a Mew VMAX counter deck. Oh, not counter, but a Mew VMAX deck to play against ours. Heads to Vulpix. Sleeves and box is interesting. And that was a green coin. I don't know what it was. I think it was Calyrex. I could be mistaken. Unfortunate opening. But we both mulligan. Okay, I can work with this. My mulligan. Oh, okay, so it's one of those Serena EX decks. We'll see what we can do. We gotta get fast to take this out. We gotta play fast. Rotom V is an interesting. Okay. We're just getting hard on turn. We don't need to attach energy because that'd be wasteful. I don't want to put out the Lost City just yet. At least a Sparkle doesn't help us particularly. I mean, in theory, it would have allowed our Genesect to get an attack in if we Fusion Strike energy, and then if we pulled another one on the next turn. I don't think it's justifiable. This is going to be a tough one. I might concede here. We'll see. Goes for the Irida. So he's comboing with the Vanillux, and I'm not entirely certain on what the Vanillux does. There's the Serena. Okay. How's that prepped for next turn? I wouldn't say pumped. Okay, the Mew V is good. We'll Fusion Strike energy here. We might as well at least a Sparkle. Pick up you and you. Okay, so that means the final Fusion Strike is in the deck. Or Artizone to thin out. I would not mind a Metalwetta on the bench. Metalwetta is a prize card. We'll switch out to Lost City. We're going to escape rope here. We're going to get a kill on anything we do. Yeah, he decides to go with the Bounce Suite, which was ultimately a good idea on his end. Fusion Strike system. Set up another Mew. Oh, good heavens. It's a tough call. We're gonna Psychic Leap. This is gonna cycle this Mew back. Oh, we don't have to. Draw a card. If we can get to Mew VMAX, then we're not in a terrible position, actually, due to the notion that it'll push our HP down to 150, but the Mew VMAX is going to recover some HP as it evolves. Well, not recover, but increase the gap. So Irida, probably get the Vanillux and a rare candy. Or, yeah, well, no, the tools are no longer considered items. Counter Catcher, interesting. Okay, so what does he do with the Counter Catcher? Your opponent's Pokemon have 40 or... Oh. Okay, so that's the pairing with the Vanillux. Yes. So HP recovery goes against the deck, but HP recovery is so niche that you don't see it. The actual interesting aspect of this is that the counter is Serena V. Well, Cramomatic. We're gonna Psychic Leap, ideally. We don't have any hits. We're gonna hit Hisuian Heavy Ball. I was anticipating a Genesect draw. That's why we don't need to switch at this point. Counter Catcher could come into clutch towards the end. We'll switch. No, unfortunate. We will draw with the Fusion Strike system. A DTE, Power Tablet. We'll set up a DTE on Dismere right here. And we're going to Power Tablet. And this is because we need to thin the deck out. We get to draw 2 more. Ultra Ball is a good hit. We don't need Drapion for this setup. We can go without the Nest Ball. We're going to pick up the Mew VMAX. Now we're going to be able to attack. The issue becomes, what do we do? Next turn, they're going to be able to kill us, which is not great. 160 with the Max Miracle. So I think we could get in some attacks with Max Miracle, though I don't know if that's the right play. So we're going to cross Fusion System right here. And we're going to just Psychic Leap. Okay? Yeah. Because this is going to prevent us from getting knocked out. We'll set up the Oricorio. And we could actually set up Meloetta to be a dangerous hitter here. The problem is that the exchange rate between our cards and their cards is not going to work out, and they have the power to manage. The Vanillux is a decent combo. This is from Paradox Rift? Yeah, so it is directly intended to pair with the Serena. Icicle Soul on the Oricorio. It's interesting. Oh no, he gets to do it to any of my Pokemon. Peculiar. Okay. It's a tough call on what I wish to do. I'm going to dump this DTE here. We're going to Fusion Strike System. Nest Ball's the hit that I am happy to see. We're going to Elisa Sparkle. We're going to pick you and you. Dump out our Fusion Strike energy. I'd love an Ultra Ball. I would positively love an Ultra Ball. Not quite there. We're in a threatening position. I think we can afford to end turn. We need a switch to actually do something. But the Power Tablet's nice. The Power Tablet's a nice feature. I believe next turn what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the Genesect, Nest Ball, Counter Catcher with the Serena to draw up to 5, unless I pull something better. Hit that or Genesect. Alright, that works out with me. No, we're going to dump the Sparkle. We don't really need it at this point. And I'm going to make the presumption I'm going to get the hit out with the Power Tablet. We're going to discard 3. Get rid of Sparkle, Genesect, and Counter Catcher. Nest Ball Escape Rope's not terrible. We can manage with that. We'll set up the Choice Belt just because we're going to need it. We'll Fusion Strike System here. Hopefully we can pull just a switch. Well, we get the Mew VMAX. That's good. We're gonna Ultra Ball away Genesect and the Nest Ball. Pick up a second Mew VMAX. But the question is to use it, and the answer is no. Because then it'll be deemed warpless on this Mew V here. I mean, we could come back with the Meloetta. But the ability negation is going to be atrocious on this end. Yeah, the Bounce Sweet exchange is just good. It's a tricky situation to manage. And I think what I need to do is spin Mew VMAX back into the deck. And it's a terrible exchange because I just burnt that power capsule. But this is what needs to happen. We're going to Psychic Leap. Shuffle it in. And that's going to be preventing us from being targeted. And we're going to Oricorio here. Get a draw. Fortunately, it's gone, so we can manage well with that aspect. I'm assuming a Heavy Ball next turn. We can dump it, but we can also see what's remaining. We'll Nest Ball out of Mew. We're in a decent enough spot. We need to pull the DT. Iono. This deck works well against Iono due to the Genesect Vs. Okay, this is interesting. We're definitely going to bench a Mew V next turn. Oh. But there goes our VMAXs. We'll need to hit like an Ultra Ball. And I don't want to dump the Power Tablet just yet. Let's see who he targets. He goes on the Meloetta. Yeah, now the Meloetta is deemed useless. Unfortunate. Echoing Horn's not gonna matter for us. So we're gonna Cram-O-Matic with it. Hopefully we can pick up Mew VMAX. No. No hits, no hits. We'll draw 4. I think that's sufficient enough. Cram a Battle VIP. That's a nice aspect about running Cram in this, is that Battle VIP is an easy target. Fusion Strike System. Oh, good heavens, good heavens. This is a tough position. I think just to get the extra retreat that's needed, we're gonna switch into Mew V. Switch here. If he kills, he's gonna kill. We'll DTE onto this Mew V right here and just prime it up. And we're gonna end turn. Okay, let's see what happens here. Irda. Yes, this deck is a gimmick, and we're not playing as optimally as I'd like. There are ways to manage against this. Honestly, I see why he did the Genesect V. We don't intend to attack with it, but it does do super effective damage. If this deck is more popular than not, I would honestly consider running some picnic baskets in order to just get the damage ratio off of your Pokemon. There's the Rufflet for the Braviary sweep right there. He's going to get prize cards galore on his next turn and take game if he has the Braviary. Because the Braviary is going to do 30 damage to every Pokemon that has a damage counter on it. We're going to have to burn that. Oh, good heavens. We have to burn that. We have to burn that. Ideally, let's pull something. Something, please. No. And we're bricked out. I'm going to give him the joys of getting the move off. Because it's not every day you can say you took all your prize cards in one turn. No, no. Do I believe this Serena deck is good? As a rogue deck, sure. But I don't think it really has the consistency to manage. Yeah, he's gonna take game. He's just fishing for that Braviary, and that's what the Rotom V is going to do at the end. Fish for the Braviary. So maybe some cards like Penny would be sufficient for dealing with this kind of situation. He might go for the full sweep. And if he does for that, good on him. Good on him. Instant charge to draw some more. If we can take out the Rufflet, that's what needs to happen. Silene, because we're in a tricky situation as it is. Double tails. I've just been tailings insanely. It's unfortunate. There's nothing to do. We're in a rare position where our hand is atrocious. We can't draw anymore. Okay. Arvin's, he's gonna probably search out an Ultra Ball. Or, yeah, Ultra Ball. Escape Rope? Okay, he's got the Escape Rope. Yep. Here it comes. Hisuian Braviary does 30 damage to each Pokemon. This is interesting. I think Picnic Basket is going to be a rogue item that you're just going to see in certain decks for reasons such as this. But here it comes. Eerie Cry. Knocks out 4 Pokemon at once. And if he wanted to, I couldn't help anything. He would have been able to get a full knockout and take up to 2, 4, 6, 12 prize cards. You could have won twice over. So yeah, if I get a couple of those cards, it's an interesting deck, but I don't think it's ultimately the best. But I'm probably just salted that I lost. I hope you had a wonderful time in watching this video. Please leave a comment letting me know of what you would like to see. And as always, have a beautiful day.